Alright, so we got one more segment kind of thing because dusk is falling, and when dusk falls I have to go out there and chase birds in and feed cats. So we did some stuff with the A shape. What's next? Now, according to CAGED, so we got C, A, and then G. We did a lot with the G. The G is the S5L. Remember, it's going to start on the 6th. You got your G shape there as a reference anyway. The 6th of C is A, so it'll be, gotta warp it up. Now, so memorizing that G shape, let's go down to our G modal here. Now it's a little easier. We got an A minor shaped D minor. We got an E minor shaped A minor. So if we're going to do something from D minor to A minor, it sounds something like this in C. Oh, to A minor to E minor. Same thing, you know. That would be kind of in this key. That would be in the C box there. That was in the C box. Thank you. So in the G box, we're going to go A minor shaped D minor to E minor shaped A minor, but we want to play that diatonic over it. Now, if you do want to play the pentatonic, the D minor, you'd have to play the C shaped pentatonic. So in that G box up here, that A minor shape, and there's your D minor tonal center or something. And the E minor, now we'd have to play the D shaped 5th there, because it's 1, 4, 5. The 4th of G is C, the 4th of D is for the G, 5th of G is D. This is an easy one because it's not involving with E or C with the diminished or the augmented 4th. So that E minor, we would do this. We would go. Now, when I drop this down, I'm looking at that D major. So usually, so you know, as long as it's a major, that's one whole step lower. Now you got an E minor shape. When you're going in CAGED the other way, E is going to go up to a G shape. Okay, so that's kind of like this kind of thing. Wow, that's weird. So we've pretty much got that. We're dropping it down to that. We've got this A minor shape here. Now that's the 6th. Below that, we're going to that 5th. So it's going to be. So that's a G7. So what are we playing when we play that G7? See how we've got. Okay, so when I'm just barring it with my finger, you see how I'm kind of like dampening that 3rd string? That's why it sounds good. So if you're doing power chords, you can always go. And then we would do what? The pentatonic, but it has to go off of the root chord now, which is the G shape. That would be the pentatonic. If we want to do the diatonic now, with that G, what are we looking at here? We're looking at a big, real big S5L. So remember, we can play that S5L with any of these modes. So let's do our A minor off of the G shape. So we're up here. Okay, so that works pretty much. You can always put it off of any of these guys. So it could be the G shape, it could be the G shape root. I know it sounds cruddy, so we could play that G shape down here, right? Actually the C shape. We could play that as an A shape down here and do one of these. We're going to do the S5L in the G shape. Now we would want to play the pentatonic. We could do that. If we're going to play the root pentatonic, it would be. So that would be the G shape. I just played the C shape, so that was wrong. That's why it didn't sound good. See, that sounded better. So we did the next pentatonic up, going down here, and then we played the proper pentatonic on top of it. So the diatonic always works on all of them, but it doesn't go very well if you go to that major. You can't jump around here, you know, at will. A minor may go easily to E minor, but from there you might want to take that E minor to the fourth instead of the root. So that was kind of like a weak cadence there. You don't want to go. That's what we did. That's why it didn't sound that good at first, until we, started to just focus on playing in this mode. So we could have taken that to the fourth, or the fifth. That would have been better. That's why the fifth, that G did sound better, although G was the first. Now I'm confused. So let's look at one more. We're going up the ladder here. So we did the C shape, we did the A shape, we did the G shape. Let's look at the E shape. This will be the last one we actually do. So we've got here, I've redone the E shape. I've redone the colors of the the diatonic. We start on the E shape. Now this isn't lined up with it. What's lined up with this chart here on this E shape is right up here. 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So what we're going to do now, of course, E shape you could always start with an S4L. But if you just play that E shape on the bottom, you can go into an S2L there, and then an S3L. See, because if you go an S4L, you're going to end up with half of an S3L on top. But if we start this E shape with a nice S1, where's that E shape? That's C shape. We start it with a nice S1E down here. We can do a full pattern up here. This is why we can use these S1s really good. Hey, that's about it for tonight. It's been good giving you a lesson about this. I hope you're catching on a little bit. Don't forget to check the previous lessons if you want to review some charts and things. And we'll see you next time.